Hey guys, happy Earth Day. Um, I'm gonna make a video about some semi-recent, semi-applicable stuff. Um, it's gonna be about same-sex marriage because recently I had a talk with somebody over same-sex marriage and the rights of gay people, and uh, and they were taking the stance that it's not right ultimately to do that because of certain certain parts of the Bible disagreeing, and they didn't take any like family statistics or any other rational arguments. They just went from the Bible, and I think these kind of arguments are being used less and less seriously nowadays because people are realizing that they don't make sense. But I just wanted to sort of outline why arguments for one thing or another from the Bible don't really hold up um, if you're going to try and use them to support or to attack one point of view. And I actually discovered a comment a long time ago by a YouTuber who I don't remember the name of, but I wish I had copy and pasted their name as well. But they left a comment that was talking about um, what prevents people from just choosing one passage like, you know, a man and woman will become one in the eyes of God and everything, and it didn't say two men or two women, it said a man and a woman. Um, this comment clearly explains why you can't do that. I mean, basically it's picking and choosing, but I'll just read the comment. Just ask for a systematic, methodological way that they can distinguish between metaphor and literal aspects of the Bible using markers. They being the people who are trying to use the Bible for an argument. If they can't provide them, they have no rationalization behind their choices. So they must either pick a fully literal version of the Bible or a fully non-literal interpretation of the Bible. Now, lots of people take fully literal biblical interpretations. They're Bible literalists. So um, I don't really even know how they rationalize choosing one thing and not choosing another thing in the Bible. I haven't even gone into that. But basically, for Catholics, for basically anyone else who doesn't take all the Bible literally, or just take some parts as metaphors, um, basically either someone has to provide a way in which they can discern metaphor from non-metaphor, or what they want to interpret literally from what else they should interpret literally. Um, Other than a methodological way in which to do that, they're basically picking and choosing what they like, or what they believe, or what they feel in their heart to be right. The only problem with that is that anyone can feel whatever they want in their heart and take that as the same truth that person would be taking. So really, it's completely subjective, unless you take either the entire Bible fully literally or fully not literally at all. Um, and so I was talking to someone who was using verses from Genesis and Leviticus and whatnot to point out that, okay, you can't let gay people have marriage. They're not. It's not a moral situation that they're in. And so I said, okay, um, how much do you want to sell your daughter for? How much are you a fan of slavery? Because I've actually been going through the Bible, and I'm going to make a video about this. I've read through Genesis, Exodus, and Leviticus so far, and I've gone through much of the Jewish law, and you can get slaves, not from your own people, but from the places around you. As long as they're not God's people, you can enslave them, and that's God commanded. Those are rules set by God for owning slaves. Now, I think most of us are pretty sure that slavery is sort of immoral in its basic nature. Um, so unless you want to get into it being okay to sell your daughter as a handmaid, um, or sell and buy people, then you have no place attempting to say that it's somehow a permanent law set by God that gay people can't marry or engage in their sexual acts together. Um, and so really all it boils down to is You either need a way to differentiate between what is eternal God's law and what is not eternal God's law, what is literally meant and what is metaphor, what is simile, what is parable. And I know Bible scholars are good at this, and realistically, some parts of the Bible are probably literal, some parts are probably metaphor, story, really complex story elements that appear to be historical but are not. I'm not a Bible historian, so I can't comment on that very much. But um, the point is that trying to use the Bible to justify anything is pointless unless you're ready to allow everything else it justifies. I mean, that's basically what it boils down to. You can't choose one thing, say that it's this unchangeable law set by God, and then go 2 pages to the left and say that no, we outlawed that. It's evil. You can't own people anymore. It's just. I mean, I guess. Sorry, God. We can't own people. No, it doesn't work like that. So, um, yeah, the Bible can't be used to justify things like that. So I just wanted to make a quick, not very quick video on that because it was interesting, and I feel like, especially now as we move into like the whole country swinging towards support for gay people because gay people are normal for a change. I think we're going to run into more biblical arguments like that from people who are less acquainted with sort of the logic or the game behind trying to make sense of what's moral and what's not. So I don't know. Just keep that in mind. I mean, if it comes up with anything else like selling your daughter or slavery, I mean, it can always be used. If someone's going to say any law in the Bible is immutable and perfect, then you have to question everything else that's supposedly immutable and perfect that we no longer follow. So, yeah, just thought I'd put that out there. Thanks for watching.